Hey, how's it going?
Hi, sir. Michael, right?
Yes, Michael, going to the airport. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great, What's it like being an Uber driver? Are you getting paid pretty well? You like it?
I mean, I like it, but it's very expensive, right? Like, I don't take that much money because my boss takes 50%.
Have you ever heard of something called Deepin?
No idea.
And specifically, a little project called NATIX and their Drive and Earn app.
I didn't understand anything you said, but if you want to show me, come.
All right, so I don't know what this nonsense is. Get rid of this shit. Turn on that dash cam, and boom, we're gonna start capturing geospatial data to build all kinds of amazing up-to-date mapping networks and computer AI vision that can power things like the future of autonomous driving, which means you won't have a job anymore, but you can still earn with NATIX. And it looks like that Uber took me right back to my living room for this edition of the newsletter weekly recap, where we're going to talk about NATIX and how they can turn your vehicles, especially your Tesla, into a data capturing and token earning machine. This episode of the Deepin Hub newsletter recap was brought to you by Noti, Deepin Hub's very own Node as a Service platform. So everyone knows, and if you don't, I'm telling you now, that Node sales are the hot thing in 2025, essentially the next ICO. Now, when token prices are suppressed and there's somewhat bearish conditions in the market, longer term opportunities provided by things like node sales actually becomes very attractive. The problem is, managing nodes is actually fairly challenging. You might not be a DevOps engineer. You might not know how to run Linux commands, how to provision servers, or want to spend the time and headache constantly updating your nodes. And if you don't, you'll lose out on those sweet, sweet rewards. Why not leave the hard work to the nerds? We have some of the best nerds in the world here at Deepin Hub, and they've created a solution that's going to ensure that your nodes are running to the maximum uptime, earning the maximum rewards, so that you can sit back, relax, and check out our cool Noti dashboard and watch those sweet, sweet rewards trickle in. You can go to deepinhub.io/nodes to learn all about Noti. You should also make sure that you've connected your wallet on deepinhub.io and your Discord account. You can then join our Discord group where we have a Node as a Service channel, and you can learn all about the different nodes we're running on Noti and also how to get some promotions and discounts to run your nodes there. So check out Noti on deepinhub.io. So before we jump into this feature of the newsletter recap, let's check out what's been happening in the news. Remember our friends at XYO? We recently had an X Space and a podcast episode with Daniel Andrade with one of their founders, Marcus Levine. And it just so turns out that their token, the XYO token, surged back on January 29th, up 65%. This was a rebound after a downtrend that had persisted since December. And it just so happens to have come right around the time of their announcement of their new Layer 1 blockchain specializing in location and real-world data verification. So hats off to you at XYO. Next up, our friends at IoTeX have hinted at their bold plans to usher in a new age of Deepin plus AI. And with the release of their Quicksilver framework, which is an open source framework that bridges LLMs with Deepin, and also looking into potentially building a Deepin plus AI strategic reserve for their community, it looks like IoTeX is well positioned to usher in this Deepin plus AI age. Were you aware that Deepin Hub has their own Deepin web shop? Well, if you go to deepinhub.io/products or click the shop tab when you're on the Deepin Hub website, you'll find it. That means that you can purchase all kinds of cool Deepin hardware and have it under one order, one tracking number, all sent to you together. It's pretty hard doing that on the rest of the interwebs. Now, if you're paying attention to our newsletter, you would see that we dropped a pretty sweet deal of 10% off the super hot Aether Edge devices back from February 6th to the 13th. That is now over, but don't fret. Pay attention to our socials and our newsletter because we're dropping flash sales like this all the time on the Deepin Hub web shop. We're also constantly adding new products. For example, we just recently added our friends GeoNet with their triple band GNSS miners. So make sure you stay on top of all the cool goods dropping on the Deepin Hub web shop. And if you've connected your wallet and profile to the Deepin Hub website, there's also going to be some ways that you can score discounts on that hardware.
What's that, Hulk?
It's time for the feature? It's time for the feature! Sorry, I didn't see you hanging out there. Our feature about how NATIX turns everyday drives into passive income with their brand new VX360. When NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang talks, well, people listen. And at the recent CES event in Las Vegas, he quotes, "The trillion miles that are driven around the world each year are all going to be either highly autonomous or fully autonomous coming up." That got a lot of people's curiosities struck, especially ours here at Deepin Hub. These types of announcements are exciting for many reasons. Safer roads, complete shifts in the current gig economy, the ability to potentially work every day during your commute. And there aren't many projects better positioned to cash in on this shift to autonomous driving than the Deepin project NATIX. Why specifically? Well, because to make autonomous vehicles ready for this grand vision, they need to be tested across a near impossible number of what are known as driving scenarios. Experts actually estimate that it requires a whopping 215 billion miles of testing. You can translate that into European, but what I know is it's a lot of kilometers.
Country road, saints, take me home.
What is the current approach? The current approach is to take $1 million plus specially equipped vehicles and just try to make them encounter every type of driving scenario that exists. Not such a lean strategy. Isn't there a better way? Well, it looks like NATIX has thought of one, and Deepin might be perfectly positioned to take on this workload. You might already know NATIX for their Drive-In app. With this simple mobile app, you'll get rewarded for driving around your car, capturing geospatial data around you. You'll earn NATIX tokens in return for mapping the world with just your phone. It's a similar strategy to HiveMapper, but in this case, it doesn't require any specialized expensive hardware in your car. NATIX team has serious strength in related fields. What we're really talking about is something known as computer vision. Computer vision is giving AI and autonomous agents the eyes they need to navigate through the physical world. And NATIX's core strength is in exactly just that. And we're talking about multiple PhDs in related fields. Founded by Alireza Godes, Omar Magarin, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, and Lorenz Muck, NATIX really started as a research project in university all the way back in 2013 with a €6 million grant and has since evolved into a Deepin project today. NATIX has now expanded its focus to really hone in on the potential of autonomous vehicles. And what they're doing specifically is utilizing the powerful LiDAR sensors and tons of cameras that already come pre-equipped in Tesla cars and then integrating it into a little device known as the VX360 that allows that data to be easily uploaded to the cloud to help build out libraries of the necessary driving scenarios to power the future of autonomous vehicles. So let's dive into what exactly is the VX360. The VX360 is essentially a little box that you plug into the glove compartment of your Tesla. And with that, it allows your cameras in the Tesla to become computer vision data engines. The VX360 was built with privacy in mind. The anonymization AI blurs personally identifiable information such as faces and license plates, so there's no concern about privacy. It comes preloaded with 256 gigs of storage, which can be expanded to 512, allowing you to capture up to 20 hours of driving data each time you go out before you upload that data to the cloud. That final footage can then be uploaded directly to the cloud using Tesla's built-in connectivity or via a paired mobile device. According to NATIX CEO Alireza, the iPhone moment of cars is happening now, with Tesla and Google at the forefront. And how can you score a VX360 device? Well, the product is currently in pre-order. If not, I would already have one right here to show you. But you can go to NATIX website, pre-order now. It looks like they'll start shipping somewhere in mid to late March. But don't sleep. By being one of the first pioneers to pre-order the device, you get 20% off the future MSRP price. That will be over $300, and right now you can get it for $279.99. On top of that, by being one of those first pioneers, you'll score 100,000 NATIX tokens as soon as you capture 2,000 kilometers of urban driving data. And just to sweeten it a little bit more, because you know we got your back here at DeepenHub, when you do your checkout, add code DeepenHub, just one word, DeepenHub. We'll put the link in the description and you'll score an additional 12% off. NATIX token is on Solana and can be monitored on leading aggregators such as CoinMarketCap. You can trade it on major dexes such as Radium, and you can also trade it on sexes like Gate.io and MEXC. And now, just in case you've gone anti-Tesla as of late, as some people have, Ali Reza recently mentioned that they are also testing the hardware with at least 2 other vehicle brands. He has not named who they are, but be looking out for that alpha when it drops in the future. So what are you waiting for? The revolution in autonomous driving is upon us. So the question is, do you want to watch it from the sidelines, or do you want to be part of building it and cashing in from it?
I'm in.
Need some help navigating the ever-growing Deepen space? Well, we're here to help. Check out DeepenHub's verified program. You can look for the purple verified badge on DeepenHub's website. We just released our first ever verified projects monthly recap a couple weeks ago, where we recap some recent additions to the verified ranks that include Mawari, XYO, GeoNet, and Impossible Cloud Network. So look out for that. You can also put the link in the description. And we've just added 2 new projects into the verified ranks. Number 1, the all-in-one Deepen multi-mining system from our friends at Hivelo, and your favorite driving companion. Who is that? You guessed it, NATIX. So congrats to both Hivelo and NATIX for being part of the verified family. If you're a Deepen project and want to learn more, you can go to deepenhub.io/verify to learn all about our verified program. Did you know that DeepenHub has like the biggest podcast in Deepen? Yes, we do. Led by our co-founder and CTO, Daniel Andrade. You should be checking it out. I'm gonna recap the last 2 episodes. Episode 62 were with our friends at Hivelo, where Daniel interviewed the chairman, Dominic Carosa. Dominic has some serious Web3 creds after taking Banksa, the onboarding solution with the second most transaction throughputs in the world after MoonPay, public on the Toronto Venture Exchange. He's now set his sights on multi-mining. So you can learn why Hivelo calls themselves the Airbnb for your idle compute resources in that episode of the DeepenHub podcast. And then in episode 63, our friends at Sourceful. Sourceful is a super interesting project decentralizing energy resources around us. Through their network of DERs, they allow anyone to earn tokens by tracking their energy consumption. Sourceful recently launched a new product called the Zap, which is already ready for pre-order. This is a super simple plug-and-play device that goes right into your energy inverter and brings all of that energy data online so that you can start earning. Learn more by watching the full episode of the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about the future of autonomous driving, how you can earn from it. If you have a Tesla, go snatch up a VX360 now from NATIX's website and take advantage of the 20% off plus the additional 12% from our DeepenHub promo code. And if you don't worry, you can always use their drive-in app with any vehicle out there. So there you have it, ladies and gents, fellow Deepen revolutionaries. As always, stay decentralized.